I never actually thought about doing a video project like this, but when I was working on a bit of a bigger project, I got sucked into a subculture rabbit hole. As I do like me some experiencing of other cultures, I went further into Wikipedia and pulled up the list of subcultures. As of writing this, there are about 170. It would be 172, but Dine and Brook Highland are more or less just famous people, the influencer and a streamer. I have no idea how to tackle researching them at the moment, but in time I might be able to do something with it. The rest I divided into 7 groups and put them all on a wheel I like to call the Wheel of Subs. At the end of each episode, I'll spin the wheel and we'll find out what the next subculture I have to tackle is. Nice little gimmick, isn't it? And just to get this out of the way, this is the first semi-professional video the team and I have done on YouTube, so quality can only go up in time. Now let's show our potential audience what we have to bring to the table. Garçon, get our most esteemed guest one of your finest title cards.
When we come back, a look at Wall Street's bonus culture and why Michael Lewis thinks it's become unsustainable.
The kick is seen by many as a catalyst for the war.
I'm a brilliant intellectual. As am I. The two of us are sick and tired of dealing with troglodytes.
I'm Sarah Chrisman.
And I'm Gabriel Chrisman.
And we're the Victorian couple.
Hey, where your words? The macho man made me feel that he believed in the 3 commandments of the prayers, the training, and the vitamins. He made me believe that he was in my quarter mean cheese, and he also made me believe that he was ready to fight all odds.
There is no argument on when artificial superintelligence will be achieved.
The story will continue after this.
Just to get this out of the way for all our safety, here's a list of disclaimers you'll be seeing before each video. Now that I realize it, and it's very late in the writing of the scripts for this whole season, we need to define what a subculture is. A subculture, as taken from Wikipedia, is a group of people within a culture who differentiate themselves from the culture they belong to. Think hippies, gamers, those nerds who take pictures of planes at the airport, or even people who love learning about other cultures. Something I have noticed, like many who look into these things, is that subcultures supersede culture. It's why you can go online, find a forum or server, and connect with people from all across the globe who share the same subcultural experiences as you, while not living the exact same life as yours. It tears down barriers we set up inadvertently through a millennia of cultural generation in only just a small amount of time. A good way to compare this is with the punk music genre and subculture. Now, I don't speak a word of Russian, but when I hear music by groups like Leningrad, Kino, or even Pussy Riot, I can understand the message of the song without the words. The subculture inserts itself into the culture, sometimes easier depending on the culture it's going into, and its customs and habits intertwine with the main culture it is taking part of. So you can have, for example, a Swede, a Pinoy, and an Afrikaner. They can't understand each other when speaking in their tongues or comprehend the cultural norms of each other's nations, but they can understand what a mosh pit is, what MLG Pro means, or even who that Pokemon is.
It's Pikachu!
It's Clefairy!
You can fall into multiple subcultures, something we share with people from all around the world. So as a willing example, here's how I fall into subcultures, and hopefully I can relate to some of you at home. The main culture that I am a part of is Midwestern American. Part of the larger American culture, I have a shared experience similar to a lot of youths who grew up in the lower 48. Generationally, I am part of Gen Z, though that depends on what chart you look at. I could be a millennial for all I know, and share a cultural identity with them as well. Where subcultures play a part is that while I hold this culture to myself, I participated in several things that were culturally different. In high school, I was in band and on the Quizball team. My good friend, Mr. Bimmons, who we will occasionally see in the series as he helped write it, who is only a little younger than me and shares the same generational culture, but semantics, played football and was on the Quizball team as well. He and I have similar cultural upbringings, but different subcultural upbringings, because my experiences and his own experiences with what we could consider extracurricular activities shaped our identities in vastly different ways. Here are some subcultures I fall into, and I'm just going to warn you right now, personal details have been omitted. You'll find out those next ones later on in the series. And for a TLDR summary here, subcultures are usually smaller groups within a larger culture that are distinct in their own ways. A lot of things are considered subcultures, and if you're unsure, here's a list of what makes it a subculture. It differs from the general consensus at a mainstream, so for a good example, punk. It usually has a smaller group of people, so while Quebecois is a culture, cowboys are a subculture. Bad examples, I know, but hopefully it's that simple. If it does not clear a few things up, hit up the channel's social media and ask. It might take 2 to 3 business days, but we'll respond. Thank you for believing this video was short. I'll see you in the actual season.